What is plea chicken and should you do it? Sometimes on the eve of trial, after the prosecutor has extended the offer, the client says, I'm not taking your offer, and the client counters with what they think is a reasonable offer. Now, the client may not necessarily want to go to trial, but the client is trying to game the prosecutor into the prospect of giving a better plea or having to go to trial. And look, sometimes it's successful. Sometimes the prosecutor says, here's your offer. We don't want to try the case, especially if there are issues with the case from the prosecutor's perspective, especially if the client has a chance of getting a full acquittal at trial. On the other hand, what may happen is the prosecutor may say, great, you don't want the offer, there's no more offer. We now go to trial, and you may end up going to trial, or if you try to renegotiate a plea offer, it may be worse than the offer that you passed up in trying to get a better offer from the prosecutor and by essentially countering. So before you decide to counter on the eve of trial, you really need to understand what happens at trial. What are your odds at trial? How much time are you facing? How does your lawyer feel about the case? Because it's incredibly dangerous to tell the prosecutor, if you don't give me what I'm asking for, we will go to trial, because the prosecutor may say, okay then, and then you're stuck with going to trial. So talk to your attorney. Does it make sense to counter? Even if you're like, I don't want to go to trial, I just want a better offer. Your lawyer who practices in the district or in the county where your case is pending would know best on whether or not this is something that you should at all be doing.